Hello and welcome to my spoiler review of Black Widow. We have much to discuss, so let's get started. Let me know your thoughts about the movie down below. So, first off, we're going to start with the plot. The whole first 10 minutes is backstory of Natasha and her spy family living in America, trying to steal government secrets from S.H.I.E.L.D. They take to the technology that makes people follow any command that started with the Winter Soldier. After the opening credits, we catch up with Natasha 2 weeks after Civil War. She's on the run from General Ross, who isn't looking too good. Natasha asks how the second bypass heart surgery went. More on that in the post-credits. They don't catch Natasha because she is already in Norway. We cut to see Yelena being a Black Widow and trying to kill a woman with vials. Yelena is exposed to the red powder in the vials and is no longer brainwashed. O.T. Fagbenle as Mason is helping Nat in Norway by getting her equipment. We go back to Natasha in the trailer and see that the box with the vials is in there. Taskmaster attacks Natasha on the way into town with the vials in the back of her car. They fight on the bridge and she sees Taskmaster copy her moves. She escapes and meets up with Elena to ask about the vials. They talk about Budapest and Natasha and Clint there. Budapest is where Nat defects to S.H.I.E.L.D. Nat killed Dreykov's daughter in Budapest while trying to kill Dreykov, and she feels regret for that since the daughter was just collateral damage. That's the story Loki talks about in Avengers. They are attacked by Black Widows, and they escape, but not before a Black Widow kills herself because she is under control. They are chased by Widows and Taskmaster and escape again. Natasha and Yelena regroup and come up with a plan to destroy the Red Room and free the Widows. They break Red Guardian out of prison to ask where the Red Room is, but he doesn't know. I like him not knowing and saying to go ask their mother, a very dad thing to do. They meet up with Melania, and she is the one who created the serum to control the Widows. She betrays them and lets the Red Room know they are there. Taskmaster shows up and captures all of them. I like how one knockout dart wouldn't take down Red Guardian, so they shot like 15. That was very funny. They are taken to the Red Room that happens to be a floating ship in the sky. They are taken into custody and Melania meets with Dreykov and Taskmaster. After talking a bit with Dreykov, it is revealed Natasha used the face-changing tech to get Dreykov, and Melania is in the cell instead of Nat. Dreykov reveals to Nat that Taskmaster is his daughter. He saved and turned her into a literal weapon. The family breaks free and takes down the floating ship, which is the Red Room. Nat tricks Dreykov into showing her how to shut down the Widows, and it was a little too easily in my opinion. After Nat gets beaten up by 20 widows, Elena uses the vials on them and they all escape the floating ships in a jet. Nat frees Taskmaster, who was locked up by Melania and Red Guardian, and they fall to the ground. Elena blows up Dreykov's ship and he dies finally. Once on the ground, Nat and Taskmaster fight until Nat takes off her mask and uses a vial to free her from Dreykov's control. General Ross shows up to the crash site and Nat holds them off to let everyone escape. Then the screen fades to black. But we come back to Mason helping a now blonde Nat with the hair that looks like Infinity War. And then he shows her the Quinjet. Nat tells him she's going to help her other family, the Avengers, and that's the whole movie. Now I'm going to go by characters. First off, with Natasha. She is amazing here. Great acting and action scenes. This feels definitely like a passing of the baton, though. She should have had a whole movie to herself like 4 years ago. Great seeing her one last time here, even if it is a little sad and we know her whole story now. Elena. She is also amazing. Great action also. She steals every scene she's in and is definitely the heart of this movie. I can't wait to see more of Florence Pugh in the MCU. More on her in the post-credits scene. O.T. Fagbenle as Mason is basically here to throw us off with Taskmaster. He has nothing to do except give Nat things to fly and survive. Hopefully see more of him because he was a fun character on screen. Taskmaster was a little disappointing because she didn't have enough action. I knew it was Dreykov's daughter as soon as the movie flashed back to Nat killing her. There was no one else it could be. I think, in my opinion, Red Guardian was wasted. A great comic character reduced to a joke. He's supposed to be the Russian Captain America, but there's nothing like a proud Russian man here. He's a jerk 90% of this movie until the very end when he apologizes to Elena in the bedroom and sings her American Pie. Not enough screen time for him or any other characters, really. Melania is kind of a villain, kind of a good guy. She was barely in this movie, and when she was, Rachel Weisz looked bored or not knowing what is going on. I like her scenes in the house, but that's pretty much it. Dreykov, he gave me sexual harassment vibes. He reminded me of the guy in Bombshell who is the head of Fox News. Especially when he's talking to Nat. Taskmaster should have been the only villain here. Now the post credits. Elena shows up to Nat's gravestone. She is buried where they were kids. Nat's tombstone reads friend, sister, and Avenger with a black widow symbol above it. Val from Falcon and Winter Soldier shows up and tells Elena to find Hawkeye and kill him for being responsible for Nat's death. This obviously ties into the Hawkeye show coming later this year, so at least we will get to see Elena more there. Also, Ross had, with his triple bypass surgery twice now, it seems that the only way that he will survive is by becoming the Red Hulk, so I think that's in the future too. This is all setting up for either Dark Avengers or something even worse down the line. Can't wait for Hawkeye though, after this movie. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, and tell me your thoughts and comments about the movie down below. What did you like and dislike about the movie? Like and subscribe, and as always, keep those identities a secret.